The atmosphere in Cleveland was thick with a sense of impending doom, but what transpired on that frozen turf was nothing short of a miracle that has sent shockwaves throughout the entire NFL. This was not just a game, it was a crisis for the Pittsburgh Steelers and a moment of pure, unadulterated defiance for the Cleveland Browns. We are witnessing a bomb being dropped on the AFC North hierarchy, and it all centers around one man who refused to be intimidated by greatness. Denzel Ward, the heartbeat of the Cleveland secondary, didn't just play a football game on Sunday, he conducted a masterclass in psychological warfare. The Browns entered Week 17 with a dismal 4-12 record, a season that many fans had already buried and forgotten. They were supposed to be the sacrificial lambs for Aaron Rodgers and a Steelers team desperate to clinch the division. But the script was flipped in the most violent and unexpected way possible. The final score of 13-6 doesn't even begin to describe the intensity, the tragedy of the Steelers' offensive collapse, and the sheer brilliance of Kevin Stefanski's defensive preparation. For 4 grueling quarters, the Browns' defense stood like a stone wall, refusing to give an inch to an offense led by a future Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers looked confused, frustrated, and ultimately defeated. But the true shocker came in the final moments of the fourth quarter. The Steelers had stormed down the field, driven by a desperation that only the playoffs can induce. They reached the Cleveland 7-yard line. The stadium was a pressure cooker. This was the moment where legends are made or broken. With the game on the line, the Steelers made a decision that will be debated in sports bars and locker rooms for years to come. They decided to challenge Denzel Ward. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. It was a tactical disaster. Denzel Ward was draped over Marquez Valdes-Scantling like a shadow, a persistent nightmare that Rodgers could not wake up from. 3 straight incompletions, 3 straight failures. The whistle blew, the clock struck 0, and the Browns had pulled off the unthinkable. After the game, the locker room was electric, but Denzel Ward was the one who delivered the final, crushing blow in the media room. He didn't mince words. He didn't offer the usual cliches. Denzel Ward looked directly into the cameras and questioned the sanity of the Pittsburgh coaching staff. He wondered aloud whose bright idea it was to try him for the game on 3 consecutive plays. The disrespect was palpable. Denzel Ward knew he was the best player on that field, and he wanted the whole world to know that the Steelers had made a fatal error in judgment. This victory is a massive statement for Kevin Stefanski. Despite a season filled with struggles and offensive inconsistency, Stefanski has kept this defensive unit elite. The Browns' defense has been one of the few bright spots in a year of darkness, and on Sunday they proved they can shut down anyone, even a quarterback of Rodgers' caliber. Kevin Stefanski has faced immense pressure this year, with critics calling for his head and fans demanding change. But this win buys him something more valuable than gold: time and momentum. The narrative in Cleveland is shifting rapidly. While the playoffs are out of reach, the foundation for 2026 is being poured right now. Much of that excitement centers around the young quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. Since Sanders took over under center, there has been a noticeable spark in the Browns' offense. They aren't scoring 30 points a game yet, but they are playing with a grit and a localized energy that hasn't been seen in Cleveland for a long time. Sanders led them to 2 wins and a narrow loss against the Buffalo Bills, proving he has the poise to compete in the AFC. Kevin Stefanski now faces a crucial offseason, but he does so with the knowledge that he has a shutdown corner in Denzel Ward and a potential franchise savior in Shedeur Sanders. The implications of this Week 17 upset are massive. By defeating the Steelers, the Browns have ensured that the AFC North title will be decided in a winner-take-all showdown between Pittsburgh and the Baltimore Ravens in Week 18. The Browns have become the ultimate spoilers, the wrecking ball that swung through the division and left chaos in its wake. Denzel Ward's performance has cemented his status as a premier defender in this league. You simply do not target a player of his caliber 3 times in the red zone with the game on the line unless you are looking for trouble. The Steelers found that trouble, and it cost them dearly. Looking ahead to Week 18, the Browns will face the Cincinnati Bengals in a game that serves as a final audition for the 2026 roster. It is a meaningless game in the standings, but for Kevin Stefanski and his players, it is a chance to end the 2025 campaign on a high note. The energy in the building is different now. The smell of defeat has been replaced by the scent of blood and opportunity. Denzel Ward has set the tone for the entire organization. He has shown that the Browns will not be pushed around, regardless of their record. This is a team that is tired of losing and hungry for respect. The offseason will bring many questions. Will Shedeur Sanders be the definitive starter? How will Kevin Stefanski bolster the offensive line? But for today, the only thing that matters is that the Browns stood tall. Denzel Ward shut down the legend, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are left reeling from a defeat they never saw coming. This is the drama of the NFL. This is the beauty of the sport. A team with nothing to play for except pride just dismantled a powerhouse. Denzel Ward is the hero Cleveland needed, and Kevin Stefanski is the architect of a defense that refuses to break. As we move into the final week and the subsequent offseason, remember this moment. Remember the 3 plays where Aaron Rodgers tried to beat Denzel Ward and failed.
It was the moment the Browns reclaimed their identity. It was the moment the Steelers realized their path to the top wouldn't be easy. The city of Cleveland is buzzing, and for the first time in months, there is a legitimate reason to believe that the future isn't just bright, it's blinding. Denzel Ward has spoken, the Steelers have fallen, and the Cleveland Browns are just getting started.